You arrive at the peak. The air is thin. The wind whispers around jagged stones. Two figures stand opposed, silent, yet full of intent. One in blazing red, the other in deep cobalt blue. You feel anticipation in your chest. Something is about to shift. They do not speak. They move. Every step, every glance measured. Your mind follows them, as if their motion mirrors your own thoughts, your own patterns. You wonder, who leads? Who follows? And suddenly, the rhythm is inescapable. Red lunges first, a strike like a lightning flash. Blue counters, fluid, almost anticipating. Every motion carries weight, intention, the silent poetry of discipline. You feel your pulse quicken, not from fear, but from recognition. Above the clouds, the world is vast and silent. Mist drifts around their feet, hiding the depths below. Each move leaves traces in the fog, fleeting patterns you almost see, almost understand. You realize this is not just a duel. It is observation, learning, growth. The mountain seems to hold its breath as they pivot, strike, and counter. Shadows stretch across jagged stone, mimicking every motion, every intention. You notice the subtle balance between force and restraint. Every choice matters. Every hesitation is seen. Red spins, launching into the air, wind catching the fabric of the uniform. Blue rises to meet it, their motions mirroring each other perfectly, like two sides of the same thought. You feel drawn in, hypnotized, as if their duel is also your own internal reflection. Clouds swirl around their ankles, drifting like smoke from unseen fires. Light pierces through in scattered beams, illuminating fragments of the mountain. Every flicker seems to whisper secrets, patterns, choices, paths you might never have noticed before. You realize this is not just a fight. This is recognition. Red strikes slices through mist, blue counters with calm precision. Each motion is measured, almost ritualistic. You feel a tension coil inside yourself, the thrill of anticipation and understanding intertwined. You begin to notice the invisible rhythm guiding every step, every breath. They pause briefly. The wind howls through jagged peaks. Mist thickens and then clears, revealing fleeting glimpses of jagged stone beneath. The duel resumes, faster now, more deliberate. You're no longer just watching. You are feeling the motion, the strategy, the unspoken conversation between movement and mind. Red leaps, spinning toward the sky. Blue counters with a flowing motion, landing silently. You notice subtle patterns, how anticipation meets action, how focus turns into awareness. Every motion becomes a lesson, every strike a reflection of unseen order. The mist clears slightly. Sunlight flickers across reflective stones, illuminating fragments of movement. You feel tension and calm simultaneously, pulled into the duel's rhythm. The children are no longer merely fighting. They are teaching, showing you the flow of patience, discipline, and awareness. Red lunges again, faster, sharper. Blue pivots, landing softly. For a moment, time feels suspended. You sense the weight of each choice, the consequences of motion. You realize the duel is not about victory. It is about presence, mastery, and recognition. Above the clouds, wind whipping around them, you feel clarity. The duel slows, each motion now deliberate, almost meditative. Red and blue mirror each other, reflecting struggle, reflection, growth. You are pulled into their rhythm, your mind echoing the patterns, the tension, the lessons hidden in motion. And then it stops. Mist clears, revealing the mountain beneath, the clouds drifting far below. Red and blue stand poised, yet calm, not triumphant, not defeated. You realize the duel was never about winning. It was about awareness, focus, presence, and the courage to move forward, even when the path is uncertain. And in that realization, you breathe. And you understand, this moment, this tension, this clarity, it is enough. They were taught balance, stillness, the discipline of waiting. But the mountain has a way of changing lessons. At first, it was just training. Measured steps, careful strikes, wood against wood, steel cutting air, not flesh. But repetition does something dangerous to the mind. It makes patience feel like punishment. The wind moves differently now, heavier, like it's pressing down on their chests, asking a question neither of them wants to answer. How long can you hold yourself together before control becomes a cage? The blue kung fu shirt breathes through his nose. Slow, precise, every movement calculated. But calculation has started to feel like hesitation. He remembers the rules. He remembers the form. He remembers every correction he's ever been given. And that memory tightens his grip. Across from him, the red kung fu shirt doesn't remember rules anymore. He remembers effort, sweat, the burn in his arms when the day should have ended, but didn't. His strikes come faster now. Not reckless, relentless, as if speed itself could drown out doubt. The first clash echoes across the mountain. Not loud, not dramatic, just final. Wood collides with steel. The vibration travels up their arms, straight into their shoulders, into their jaws. Neither steps back. Dust lifts from the ground and hangs in the air, suspended, undecided, just like them. This is where the mountain starts watching. The blue kung fu shirt adjusts his stance. A half step, a correction. He blocks cleanly, redirects smoothly. But something is off. His movements are sharper now, less forgiving. Control is still there, but it's no longer calm. It's defensive. The red kung fu shirt notices, and he smiles. Not because he's winning, but because he feels it. That crack, that hesitation hiding inside perfection. The staff comes down harder this time. The sword meets it. The sound is wrong. Too heavy. Too personal. They circle each other slowly. No audience. No referee. Breath, wind, and the quiet understanding that this has crossed a line. The blue kung fu shirt thinks, if I stay calm, I stay in control. The red kung fu shirt thinks, if I stop, I disappear. Another strike, another block. The mountain doesn't echo anymore. It absorbs, like it's memorizing them. Sweat drips into eyes. Hands tighten. The blue kung fu shirt feels anger rise. Not explosive, not loud, but cold. Focused. Dangerous. He hates that it's there. He hates that he understands it. The red kung fu shirt leans into it. Lets it pull him forward. His attacks come faster now. Shorter gaps. Less space to breathe. This isn't training anymore. This is pressure testing. A block slips. Just slightly. The staff scrapes the sword instead of stopping. A spark. A sound. Both freeze for half a second. Not fear. Recognition. The rules are gone. They move again. Faster. The blue kung fu shirt stops retreating. He steps forward, and that's when the air changes. The sword isn't just a tool now. It's a decision. Every strike he throws is clean, but unforgiving. Each movement says, don't make me go further. The red kung fu shirt hears something else entirely. Try. The staff cracks against stone as it misses. Bricks shift underfoot. Dust clouds the space between them. Breath turns sharp, short. The mountain feels smaller now. Closer. They're no longer fighting each other. They're fighting the version of themselves that has been held back too long. The blue kung fu shirt feels it. That moment where restraint becomes a weakness. The red kung fu shirt feels it too. That moment where fury becomes identity. Neither wants to blink. Neither wants to be the one who steps away. Weapons clash again. Harder. The sound cuts through the fog like a warning. And in that moment, between strike and response, between breath and impact, they both understand the truth they've been avoiding. This duel was never about skill, or strength, or even winning. It was about permission. Permission to let go. Permission to feel. Permission to become something else. The mountain doesn't stop them. It never does. It only waits to see who loses themselves first.